Alright, buenos dias, que paso amigos, John's Moto Garage. Welcome back to the channel. Got a special guest here on the channel today. Alright, my buddy Yuwon is here and he's going to share today how he traded from a Harley Davidson Sportster up to the bike that he has now. You can hear it in the background, and we'll reveal the new bike that he ended up buying, and I'll basically let Yuwon take it away and kind of explain what he did and all that good stuff. So he's rolling the bike up now and you can hear this thing sounds legit. Hey, are these your new bikes, dude? These things are sick, man. Heck yeah. What's up, bro?
How you doing?
Beautiful, bro.
It looks a lot better after I wrapped it. They're all yellow.
Oh, this was yellow?
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, you can't even tell. You wouldn't notice it. Hey, welcome back to the channel, Yuwon. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, what's up, man?
So it's been a while since you had that Iron 883 Sportster, and you've come a long way. This is a much different bike than that Sporty. So why don't you explain to us a little bit what your thoughts were on the Sportster, what you traded it for, and why you decided to trade it, and then ultimately how you ended up with this bike, and then you can share with us what this bike is here.
Yeah, I bought the Sportster off of you like 4 months ago, I think. And then I was riding it for mostly just commuting, going to work, taking it on the freeway. It was just fun. It was very, very fun bike, very easy to ride. I took a bunch of trips. Went to like Bartlett Lake, went to this place called Arcosanti on the way to Flagstaff.
Oh, dang.
Took a couple trips. It was a fun bike, but I don't know. I don't know, maybe it's too loud for me. I didn't like in the other video, I said the vibration was crazy.
What do you think so far?
The vibration is way more than I thought.
Oh.
Like after riding for like an hour straight, like my fingertips are all numb, my whole body's numb, my ears are ringing. I didn't really like that after like a while, and then it was super hot. That probably had something to do with it too. So this guy hit me up on OfferUp. I hit him up. I texted him. He's like, "Hey, I've got a Harley Sportster. Do you want to do a trade?" And he had a 2016 FZ07. So I rode about 45 minutes to meet up with this guy in Avondale, and then I rode it. It was fun, and then I just saw your video on FZ07. You just picked it up, so then you were recommending it. It was really fun. So I had that for about a month now. Fun, but like riding it, I just felt like I was riding those electric scooters.
Oh, yeah.
Those bird scooters.
And I'll note it was stock exhaust
Everything
and bone stock.
completely stock.
Bone
Yeah,
stock.
bone stock. Nothing added to it. So then I got onto my friend's Gixxer, and I was like, oh shit, this is fun. So I bought this off of an old guy. His name was Daniel, I believe you saw him too.
Hey, he wasn't that old, dude.
He was like in his like mid 40s, maybe 50s.
Hey, millennials here, bro. He's not that old, but yeah, probably
He's
like
an older guy.
mid late 40s, 50s. Who knows?
He took care of his bike really well, and then
So what
gave
do?
it to me a good price. It's a 2006 Gixxer 750. Only 11,000 miles on it. It's got like power commander, adjustable levers, 2-bros exhaust. Yeah. So I rode it, and then it was great condition, so I got it.
And you got track stands with it, right?
No, I didn't.
Was he offering them?
Nah.
I thought he was, dude. We'll have to hit him back up. Like, hey, can I have those track stands?
Yeah. So this is it. A little. I wrapped these, so there's a little bit of crease, like air bubbles here.
So this used to be yellow,
Yeah.
and you just wrapped it black.
Yeah, I just didn't like the color.
Yeah, turned out pretty good, and that'll come off easy peasy if you decide to. So one of the cool things with this is I have a lot of people who hit me up. Like, oh, you buy and sell, I want to get into it. And so I'll give them information, but 9 times out of 10 they don't take the initiative themselves to actually put in the work. Do you want to go over how much you paid for the Sportster Iron 883, just to give people an idea of like where you started and what you were ultimately able to end up with?
Yeah, so John gave me a really good deal on the Sportster. He gave it to me for $3,600. It was like 13,000 miles, I think.
Yeah.
Was it 11,000 or 13,000?
Something like that.
Something like that. So I paid $3,600, and then I traded with the FC07, and I sold the FC07 for $4,500, and then I got this one for $4,600. So total, I paid about like $3,700 to get this bike.
Yeah.
So far. And then I'm talking to another dude about a newer Gixxer, a 2011 Gixxer. So maybe if everything goes well, I can get a good deal on that one. I just checked it out right before I came here.
So basically, I guess this is like a real life example of how you can trade your way up. And the cool thing is, Yuwon, because he's willing to put in the work, which it is a little bit of work, a little bit of headache, but
yeah, it's pretty annoying.
it can be annoying selling the bike and looking at different bikes. How many bikes did you look at before you found this one?
I looked at 7 bikes.
7 sport bikes,
Yeah.
dude.
Everybody said it was like, yeah, excellent condition, great condition. You go there, it's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Hey, pardon his French, man. He's from France.
Yeah,
no, I'm just
sorry.
kidding. But so the takeaway is, you are going to be, it is a bit of a headache. You got to put some work in. But he was basically able to get go from a $3,600 budget up to now where he could get, you know, a $5,000 motorcycle. And so when it came down to this bike, I told him, you know, there's pros and cons, but ultimately it was a good bike. It had everything he was looking for. And the cool thing is, because he's willing to put in the work, basically it was like, look, you can buy this bike, you've got the cash on hand, so if you end up finding something nicer or newer or whatever a few weeks down the road, you can go pick up that newer bike and then sell this one and make a little bit of money on it. And it sounds like that's what you'll probably do.
Yeah, if
dude
he
gives
gives
me
me a good deal tomorrow.
Yeah, if the other one checks out. You just see chain is in, you know, perfect condition. The dude, you can tell, took really good care of the bike. It sat in the garage. It's an 06 750, hard to come by. It's got, you know, very low miles, and it's got all the tasteful mods and upgrades that most people are looking for. All right, last time Yuwon and I met up with the Iron 883 and the Yamaha Bolt, we did a drag race. It wasn't fair. He hadn't been on a bike for a long time. Yuwon has agreed to let me take the Gixxer out for a quick ride. I'm not going to do any wheelies on it. I already learned my lesson there when I broke his FC07. Whoa, what did I do, dude? Oh my gosh, I just broke his bike. Dude, I broke it, man. I was going to try one wheelie for you, dude. Dude, it broke that.
Oh shit.
But I'm gonna do a quick ride on the Gixxer, my thoughts and impressions on it, and then we will probably duel out the Gixxer and one of the other bikes. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for today, but stay tuned for the next video to see which bike we end up dueling it out on. The Gixxer 750, I'll do my ride impression review on that bike, and then we'll duel it out against one of the other motos here in the garage. As always, if you guys dig the content, you can like and subscribe. That helps out tremendously, and I definitely appreciate it. You can support the channel through Patreon. You can hit that up, link below. Huge shout out to the patrons. And then you can also support the channel through Instagram at John's Moto Garage. And thanks a bunch to everybody for checking out the channel. Big shout out and thank you to Yuwon for coming out, showing us the new bike and giving us that story. Real life example of how you can start with a small budget and then put a little bit of work in and end up with one of your dream bikes. I'll keep you guys posted on Yuwon's journey with the motos, and who knows, eventually he may end up with his $10,000 or $20,000 dream motorcycle. Stay tuned, we'll find out. Until the next time, you guys, hasta luego, nos vemos, adios. So just as a quick recap, depending where I end up using this in the video, yesterday I went over to my buddy Yuwon's house. We were gonna go check out a CBR 1000, ended up being a big bust. And while I was there, I checked out his FC07, went to try one wheelie. That's all I tried, was one wheelie on the bike with his permission. I think I had your permission. And it broke the chain tensioner, so the wheel shifted forward, causing the chain to fall off because of all the torque, bro. And needless to say, I was not successfully able to rock a wheelie. Instead, I walked away having broken my buddy's bike. The CBR was a total bust, so sometimes things don't pan out the way you want them to, but that's just the name of the game. I'm gonna run over there, I ordered a new chain tensioner, but I'm just gonna get everything kind of ready to roll. That way when the new chain tensioner shows up, I can throw it on, adjust it, and we're good to roll. So you can see what happened is basically the freaking chain tensioner just snapped. Totally broke. So I ordered an OEM chain tensioner, and once that shows up, we'll come install that. But right now I just wanted to get the old one removed and get the wheel pulled back into place.